Kia.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Boston Celtics as they go up against the New York Knicks. And the Knicks going through a bit of a rough stretch. The wheels have started to come off for them recently. Clearly a mid-season swoon.
Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you here with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. We'll be catching up in a bit from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Boston playing for the home crowd again tonight. They beat the Knicks during their last encounter in New York. And guys, they come into this one looking for win number 3 in the season against these guys. They already have won the first 2.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
You know, typically you're looking to your second unit for hustle plays, rebounding, things like that. But this time, it was their offensive punch that sealed the victory.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, thank you, Kevin. Hey, this Celtics team has established defense as a key part of its identity. Coach Brad Stevens said, it's got to be our DNA. If it's not, we're in trouble. Forward Jay Crowder added, we play hard. Guys don't like that in this league. They want an easy, flowing game, but we play hard. Kevin?
They've got some tough physical players, DA. They don't take plays off. Well, at this point of the season, Doris, near the midway point, teams really now talking about what they're going to be and where they may go from where they are right now.
Well, I think you have a good familiarity with your roster. You know the strengths and weaknesses of your team. If there's aspects you need to shore up, you might be eyeing as the trade deadline approaches. You definitely have a handle on how you win and who you are.
Our coaches sometimes, and maybe this is true with every sport, too close to it, where sometimes they need to step back and get perspective. Do they seek outside counsel, just another pair of eyes on a team and the feel of the team?
I think just like in life, you need truth tellers in your world, right? And you want people who are as good, or to be honest, you hope that you surround yourself with people that are better than you, and you know your true friends are the ones who tell you the truth.
I don't have many friends. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Melo and Porzingis, the 2 stars at the forward spots. Lee out there with Rose. And it's Noah in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Thomas, he's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. Boston on D. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
Well, I don't think it's overstatement to call that an embarrassing defensive effort. Shooters were wide open from everywhere.
2 shots, gentlemen.
Boy, you think back to draft night, and Porzingis was roundly booed by Knicks fans when he was taken with the 4th overall pick. But that's ancient history now. I think everyone realizes the talent this young guy possesses.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. The first free throw is good. And there were even some rumors on draft night that Carmelo Anthony wasn't happy with the pick of Porzingis.
That's a rumor he vehemently denied. They're both perimeter-oriented forwards, and I could see why Melo might prefer a guard or perhaps a more traditional pivot man. The Knicks, though, looking for the upside, and Porzingis has that in spades.
Both shots good from the stripe.
You know, Kristaps Porzingis is an impressive athlete with perimeter skills, and at 7'2". I know his build has been slender, and that's a bit of a concern, but he's staying in the weight room trying to fill that frame out.
Got freed up. Nice work off the pick. Horford's got his first bucket in this one.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
I think you'd like to see a little more determination defensively to fight through that and contest a bit.
Now here's Porzingis. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. And you heard some in the Knicks front office say that Porzingis might actually be too tall in the NBA game. Not often, Doris, you hear that.
No, for sure. I mean, there were some who wondered if his core strength might never enable him to hold position inside. But you know the Zen Master. Come on. I think that was classic reverse psychology, setting out the challenge and making KP work to prove him wrong.
Here is Rose. Isaiah Thomas making his last shot. Out to Porzingis. Here's Noah. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Noah the screen. Here's Porzingis. Almost, but it rolls out. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Outside Thomas. He dishes it to Johnson. Bradley, no one around him. And he misses the go-ahead basket. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Over in the quarter, Porzingis. Anthony kicks to Porzingis. Rose can't hit.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Yeah, that's the look you're working toward with your offense. Hurts when you don't hit it.
Johnson can't hit.
Almost seemed like he was overthinking that shot. Such a wide open look.
Lee outside. Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Anthony. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
You know, no surprise to see the hoop and the harm. Melo with the beautiful touch. You know, Carmelo has had success playing at that power forward or the, quote, skill 4 role. It certainly fits the direction this league is trending.
And Doris, for Melo playing the 4, he can really pick apart those bigger, slower defenders on the perimeter.
Yeah, you know, I think he's been a little bit, Kevin, hesitant to absorb that wear and tear inside. With some of the knee and the back issues he's dealt with, you can absolutely understand why.
Thomas. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Well, Isaiah Thomas, a first-time All-Star in 2016, only the second player in NBA history, 5'9" or shorter, to merit that honor. I didn't know that.
Yeah, following in the footsteps of the legendary Calvin Murphy. And for a guy taken with the 60th and final pick of the 2011 draft, Thomas no longer Mr. Irrelevant. Another step in his quest to become the best under 6-foot basketball player to ever lace him up.
Both free throws good from Isaiah Thomas.
Boy, as cool and calm as ever at the free throw line.
Rose kicks to Lee. Back to Rose. Screen by Porzingis. Porzingis with a screen on Crowder. Outside Rose. Clock is at 3. 18 feet out. Rebound Boston.
Might have overthought that. Not sure how he missed that one, guys.
Crowder, the pass to Bradley. Horford with it. He's coming off a 22-point game against Charlotte. And Thomas now, top of the key. The 3 from Bradley. He doesn't hit that one. The Knicks with the lead. Now Lee out to Porzingis. A 3-pointer off the mark. Now here's Crowder. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Charlotte. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
Outstanding defense. No one wants to get in front of that guy when he's around the rim, but he did a great job there.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats for Johnson. How last month turned out for him. He's putting up 6 points a night, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
First one falls for him.
And guys, I've spent a lot of time covering the Knicks, and I think the passion of this fan base is not to be underestimated. Even through some lean years, the arena stays packed. They're thirsting for a winner.
He's off on the second. And Doris, when you take a look at the Knicks, what do they need to do to get back into the upper echelon of the league?
Well, to me, Kevin, it's the formula that every successful franchise uses. You begin at the ownership level, and then you work your way down from the GM to the president. You've got to have consistent quality leadership. I think you've got to start to allow Kristaps Porzingis to become more and more a part of your future. Build around that young, talented star while still taking advantage of Carmelo.
Now here's Thomas. Following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. Thomas kicks to Crowder. Crowder with another miss.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Rose against Thomas. Outside Rose. Anthony kicks to Rose. New York, no good that time either.
You know, he's had a tough quarter shooting the ball, but one thing you have to give him, he's fighting out there.
Now the dish to Horford. Feeds it to Thomas. Back to Horford. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Horford's got his second basket of the game.
You know, very effective possession. You won't miss too many shots from that close range.
Porzingis sets the pick for Lee. Porzingis kicks to Rose. Releases from 15. Lee dishes to Carmelo. Porzingis with a screen on Crowder. Carmelo Anthony, and that's good.
Timeout.
Anthony's got a couple of threes now in the first for New York. So the Celtics called timeout. They're first.
You know, Melo is just so gifted with that mid-range game. There are just so many ways he can hurt you, and he's comfortable with any look.
Boston making a switch here. Smart's checked in. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for the Knicks. Boston's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. With Doris and his mid-range game, you could still say that he is the best in the business when it comes down to it.
Oh, Kev, no doubt about it. I think he has a great claim to that title. You know, you think about his ability to attack in so many ways, just makes him impossible to defend out there. And now you add that slimmed-down physique, and he's even quicker on the perimeter.
Now here's Thomas. He's got 9 from deep. Smart misses.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
There's the triple. And it's Anthony again missing.
Boy, we know this guy has a lot of confidence in himself and will take that shot again if he gets a chance.
Crowder, the pass to Thomas. Double team on Thomas. And the wide open shot from Crowder. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Rose kicks to Lee. New York moving the ball around. Rose dishes to Carmelo. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
And that was the play to make. Rose making the right read.
Thomas against Rose. Thomas kicks to Horford. That one falls coming off of Thomas's feet. Thomas got his third assist on the night. The Knicks leading by 3. Lee outside. The pass to Porzingis. Takes the 13-footer. The rebound by Johnson.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
Yeah, he's reliable on defense. Doesn't allow a shooter any separation to get comfortable.
Now Lee, after Isaiah Thomas missed from long range. And it's Rose missing.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not helping his team. That was an awful quarter.
Horford sets a screen for Smart. There's Thomas with the 3. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Porzingis passes to Rose. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That's his first foul. Some changes for Boston. Jerebko comes in for Johnson. And it's Brown in for Crowder. And a switcher also for New York. Jennings is checked in. Now here's Lee. He's tightly guarded. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, Kyle O'Quinn, he wasn't a well-known player in college, but he was a find in that second round of the draft. Whenever you have a player with his size and ability to eat up space in the middle, he's going to find a place on the roster.
He misses the free throw. Size is something that teams will always look to acquire and find time for, and Doris O'Quinn fits that bill in a big way.
Yeah, Kev, it's not easy to find a player of O'Quinn's size that has as soft a touch as he does. He can step outside, pull out his defender, freeing up the middle for his team. A very easy shooting motion on O'Quinn. He looks very comfortable from the three-point line.
And he's good on the second.
And the Celtics, really since the departure of the big 3 and Rajon Rondo, doing an amazing job of stockpiling assets and draft picks all along while still being competitive. So you had to know, though, that front office wouldn't hesitate to make a big move. This is an organization that seeks to compete for championships and nothing else.
Here's Holiday following the basket by Jaylen Brown. There's a screen. Passes it to Hernan Gomez. He kicks it to Jennings. Here now, the 2K leaderboard, showing us the best passing teams in the NBA over the course of the last month. 5th on the list, the Celtics.
And what stands out during this recent stretch is just how well they passed the basketball. I mean, this is a club that has become really unselfish.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. Boston shooting 42% to begin this game. Smart kicks to Jerebko. It's Brown on the wing. Dishes it to Olynyk. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Well, Doris, you've continuously been a leader when it comes to sports broadcasting, especially for men's basketball. Tell us a bit how being in such a tremendous role has affected your career, how you've handled it all.
You know, think about how lucky I've been. Since I've been 7 years old, Kevin, I've played the game, coached the game, or now broadcast the game. It's truly, since I've been 7, shaped everything I do in life. It's amazing.
And I'm sure they've each helped you separately. Like playing gives you a certain coaching the same way.
No question.
As you go through it.
Yeah, you know, I've often said playing the point guard position is the perfect position to attack broadcasting from, right? Because a point guard's responsible not just for that position, but the other 4 on the floor. And then coaching, sure, you know, the heartbreak, the competitiveness, all the things that you pour your heart and soul in. But seriously, how lucky am I?
Well, you've got such respect from the viewers, from the listeners. It comes out every time you say something.
Thanks, Kev. Boy, you can look back over some of the legends who suited up in a New York Knickerbockers uniform. Walt Frazier, Patrick Ewing, Willis Reed, names that will certainly live on in the proud history of this organization.
Now here's Jennings. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game.
Boy, very surprising he clanked that one. Everybody in the building thought that was down.
Here's Rozier. Jerebko kicks to Smart. Fires the 3. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. And the Knicks, regular playoff contenders from the late 60s through the turn of the century. But just 4 playoff appearances, Doris, in the last 15 years. How did they get to being back as a playoff regular?
Well, Kevin, you know, with the new luxury tax and league-wise exposure, big markets don't have the same advantage they once did. In the media capital of New York, it's hard to go young and build from the ground up, but it's getting harder to create a winner any other way.
Jerebko dishes to Smart. 1:19 left to play in the first.
And he made sure not to just draw the foul. That was good defense out on the perimeter.
He really does a very good job of extending out to the shooter, but always under control.
Now, here's O'Quinn. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Good on the shot.
You know, that's just great teamwork. Sharp assist, nice shot. Boy, love it when it comes together.
52 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Brown. The rebound by Holiday.
Boy, the defense can't be so relaxed when he has a look like that.
And Thomas, here we go. Outside Holiday. Pass to O'Quinn. Back to Holiday. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Deep 2 from Jennings. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And New York making a change here. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And here's Smart. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. They set the pick. Pass to Rozier. Beyond the arc. And that's not going to go. Tie game in Boston. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And Celtics head coach Brad Stevens lured away from a very successful tenure with the Butler Bulldogs. He talked about the challenge of making that decision.
The only hard part of that decision is leaving a place that you really loved for 13 years. I couldn't have left without knowing that it was a place that we were going to stay together and really commit to a process together. And I was sold on that, and I continue to be sold on it.
I wonder if Coach Brad Stevens feels like he's recruiting another college class with all those draft picks in his stockpile.
I know he's feeling real good about his decision. He's one of the bright coaching stars in our league.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
How good has the ball movement been here? Just absolutely terrific.
Boy, the flow of this offense seems effortless. It's like second nature to these guys, and that's why the assists are piling up.
Jerebko at the 4, Olynyk at the 5. Rozier's out there with Avery Bradley, and it's Brown in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. And so it's Boston with it, following Brandon Jennings' 3. Olynyk the pass to Brown. Screen by Olynyk. Here's Rozier. Lock at 6. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Rozier's got the game tied up here for the Celtics.
And the skills of Brown, not just a super athlete, but a tremendous floor general as well.
Here's Kuzminskis, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Rozier kicks to Brown. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. To the wing right side. And again, Boston with the triple.
Oh, he's devastating from distance. Feathery touch, has the height to shoot over everyone.
New York moving the ball around, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Doris, I think you still hold one of the top spots for all-time assists at Providence. Who do you think is the best right now at dishing out assists in the NBA?
I think that the guy who has the most complete command of the position right now is Chris Paul. The ball's on a string. He seems to make every right decision, willing to score it when he has to, Kevin, but you know his primary thought process is, who can I get the ball to fastest? DJ, Blake, JJ Redick, you name it, Chris Paul.
When you were at the top of your game, when these guys are at the top of their game, is everything in slow motion? Is that when you know you've hit that stride as a point guard that you want to have?
I don't think there's any question. And one of the ways you get there is you watch a ton of film as a point guard, because the game slows down on film. Your options open right before your eyes, so that when you step back between the lines, Kevin, now you have an understanding the game is moving slower. It's a great point by you.
Now, here's Thomas. 35 points for him last game against Charlotte. Picked by Horford. Brown wide open. He fires. And again, Boston with the triple.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Thomas with the steal. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the players Boston really wanted when they traded Rajon Rondo to Dallas a couple of years ago was Jay Crowder. And since Crowder arrived in Boston, he's been a culture setter. Arriving in the midst of a losing streak, he said, "I lost my mind. I pulled Coach Stevens to the side and asked him, what are we trying to do here?" And Crowder wasn't done. He went to the front office and to teammates. He said, "I play to win." Kevin, he'll accept nothing less.
Great stuff, DA. Thank you. Now, here is Holiday. 11 points for him in that last game against Atlanta.
You know, great scorers just have that knack. Get inside, it's either a bucket or a trip to the free throw line.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And he is a cool customer at the line, guys. You've got to be when you're shooting 84% on the season.
That free throw good from Anthony.
You know, Jeff Hornacek was the man chosen to lead this Knicks team during their coaching search. You know, you think about, they took a look at several names in and out of the organization, but Hornacek ended up being their guy. It seemed like they felt Hornacek didn't get a fair shake and is underrated as a coach.
And so he's able to get one of two. And with Hornacek being available in the first place, he was previously coach of the Suns, but was let go amidst the chaotic season that the Suns went through last year.
And Kevin, the feeling around the league was that Hornacek was just part of a bad situation in Phoenix, and glad to see him get a chance to show what he can do with the New York Knicks. You knew he'd get another chance after finishing so high in Coach of the Year voting in his rookie year of coaching.
Here's your Rebko. He feeds it to Thomas. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Takes the three. That one, no good. The Knicks go the other way with it. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
And that result was no surprise because they played very loosely with the basketball.
You know, completely surprised by the number of turnovers and their lack of effectiveness on defense. Just a poor outing in two crucial categories.
Kicks it to Bradley. There's the feed to Horford. He dishes it to Thomas. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Nice D from Porzingis. Lee against Bradley. There's the pass to Kuzminskis. It's good. This game is all even.
Really nice job inside that time. The defense unable to react quick enough to stop him. Boy, he is fast.
Outside Thomas. The dish to Uredko. Here's Horford. 6 points for him. Outside Thomas. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 5 rebounds tonight. And it's Lee, that time on the assist by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 4th assist in this one.
You know, and that was a nice find by KP. Saw the open man. He was on time, on target with the pass. Perfect.
And the foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. Johnson, he's checked in for Uredko. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for New York. Rose comes in for Brandon Jennings. Lee against Bradley. Outside Thomas to end the drought. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Thomas got the game tied up here for the Celtics.
You know, the key to that possession was really the pass. Perfectly placed assist, made the shot the easy part.
Rose in the post. Thomas is on him. Outside Anthony. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Anthony's got 14 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Double team on Thomas. Here's Johnson. And he overshot that one, missing.
They were right there on him, guys. When you take away space from a shooter, it can rattle and force a miss like they did there.
Here's Rose down low. O'Quinn. As you've been around the game since a very early age, you've seen the growth of women's basketball. What are your thoughts on where we find that particular segment of the game now?
You know, I think what's amazing is that college women's basketball is actually greater in popularity from a national standpoint than the WNBA. And I don't.
Is it really?
It is, Kevin, in terms of television ratings and in-arena support. And it surprises me because the game and the growth of the WNBA is significant in this its 20th anniversary. The athletes are better, they're stronger, they're faster, they're more skilled. I wish people would give the WNBA another look.
And so O'Quinn nails both of them.
What we have watched these first few seasons of his career is a steady improvement at the line for O'Quinn. He is showing he can knock them down consistently.
Johnson with a screen on Rose. Here's Thomas. Thomas with another miss.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Celtics trail by 6. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Johnson the screen. Thomas dishes to Crowder. That one falls coming off of Thomas's feet. Thomas got 4 assists in the game.
Boy, that's the wrong man to leave wide open in three-point territory. He makes them pay.
Smart's checked in for Boston. Let's now pause to take a look at the scoring breakdown between the front and back court of tonight's contests for the Knicks.
And the front line carrying the load offensively. They always say reward the big men and credit the guards for getting them the ball and enabling these guys to fill it up.
Here's New York. They're on a 13-5 run here. Rose passes to Porzingis. Stolen by Smart. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Thomas is running. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Porzingis. So it's the Celtics now. The 9-foot shot. Johnson can't hit. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Anthony kicks to Rose. Anthony drawing the double team. Clock at 6. Rose with the ball. Now Thomas defending. Baseline try. New York, no good that time either.
And he has slipped into a funk. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Confidence, he's lacking poise, he's forcing things that aren't there, he's just taking shots out of rhythm.
Here's Horford. Drains the 19-footer. Horford's got 8. New York's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. And O'Quinn kicks to lead. Feeds to Carmelo. From 12 feet out. No good off the front iron.
Looked like it might drop for him, and you know, that has to frustrate him just a bit. That's one of his favorite spots on the floor.
Inside. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Yeah, you feel helpless as a defender because Melo is in such a zone. You can double team him, throw your best defender at him. It doesn't matter.
Now here's Crowder. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Smart misses. The Knicks leading by 3. Rose with the ball. Now guarded by Crowder. And it's Rose penetrating. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Smart to the paint. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Boston shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Free throw drops for Al Horford. Some changes for Boston. Olenek, he's checked in for Johnson. Brown comes in for Jay Crowder. And it's Rozier in for Isaiah Thomas. Lance Thomas, he's checked in for the Knicks. Justin Holiday comes in for Lee. So Horford gets 2.
Yeah, we know there are big men in the NBA who struggle at the line, but for him, it's a real strength.
Holiday with it. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. That shot wide open. Rose has got the lead up to 6 now for New York.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
And the one thing about Rose is that, you know, he can still get up for the big matchups. Whenever he faces another great point guard, he seems to play at his best level and loves to push himself and is willing to step up to the challenge. Let's just hope that he can eventually get back to that all-star caliber presence he had just a few years ago.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Now here's Smart, guarded by Holiday. Taken away by Holiday. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. Wants to get it to Rose, and does. Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits.
If he were shooting even a little better, they would have a much bigger lead.
Here's Rozier. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Pass to Brown. From the baseline. The shot will not fall. Excellent D from Thomas.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers.
Holiday dishes to Noah. Noah the screen. Tries a three. Rebounded by the Celtics. Horford's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Stolen by Thomas. He kicks it to Rose. Back to Thomas. They set the pick. Noah the screen. New York moving the ball around. Holiday with the three.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Brown kicks to Olynyk. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
The Knicks leading by 5. Outside Holiday. Outside Rose. Softly drops in the floater. Rose has got 9 points.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Smart kicks to Horford. Pass to Rozier. Six to shoot. Dishes it to Brown. Shoots. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And the Celtics making a change here. Urebko's checked in. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Holiday, the pass to Hernan Gomez. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And a guy who's averaged as many as 7 free throws a game in his career, Rose knows how to get to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
In examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter, right around 85.
And he makes the first. And the Knicks making a change here. And Rose drops them both.
And for Derrick Rose, the question will be how much of his MVP level of play from 2011 can he recover? You'd love to see him return to that form.
Here's Smart. And again, Boston with the triple.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Come on, as a defender, you have got to fight harder to get through that screen and stay with your man.
That'll do it for the first half. Knicks lead by 6. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Carmelo, what was the area of emphasis for your team during the first half?
Well, we're doing it on both ends of the court. We're bucking down on the defensive end. We're sharing the ball offensively, making good plays. You know, challenging every possession count. And we're doing that in the first half.
I know you want to keep it going in the second half. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. A stellar first half for Carmelo Anthony. He had 16 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. Coming off a great performance last game, tonight he looked like he had that same aggressive mindset. Taking a look at the Knicks, Kenny, what'd you think?
They were really efficient on offense, shared the basketball well, great shot selection. That accounted for a high field goal percentage in the first half.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
Well, they had a strong perimeter game. See, Ernie, when this team executes from long range, those weapons spread out of defense. Coming out in the second half, if those shooters are hot, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
And that about wraps it up, as the second half is just moments away. Now down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew, and we will see you after the game, won't we?
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
You know, he's getting the ball in a place where he can do something with it, and he hasn't had to force one thing. The game seems like it's coming to him naturally.
The Knicks leading by 6. And on the floor for Jeff Hornacek starting the second half. Melo and Porzingis, the two stars at the forward spots. Lee out there with Derrick Rose. And it's Noah in at the center position. Anthony with the bucket.
Now, just such a high percentage look, but with Melo, it's almost just a given. Tough to stop.
Rose against Thomas. Johnson with a screen on Rose. Up off the screen. Horford, no luck.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it's always a transition and a difficult one for college coaches to come to the pros, but Celtics coach Brad Stevens made one of the smoothest we've seen after leading Butler to back-to-back national championship games. You hear that buzz from players to opposing coaches. Greg Popovich said, "I really respect what he does. His team executes. I'll still watch his Butler tape." Trying to learn some stuff, to be honest with you. High praise indeed, fellas.
And Popovich, really the godfather of the active coaches right now, D.A. His voice carries certainly a lot of weight in this league. Thank you. Knocked away. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noah. Now we have a chance to see the teams that have been the NBA's best three-point shooters this month. In fourth, the Celtics.
Yeah, boy, they've been hot from three this past month. That's what happens when you have good shooters who get into a good rhythm.
And Boston has possession. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Outside Bradley. Thomas dishes to Bradley. Johnson the screen. Johnson sets the screen for Bradley. 5 to shoot. Thomas, it's a wide open look, and all around the rim that time before dropping in. Thomas got 16. The Knicks leading by 6. Now Anthony, he's got 18. Screened by Porzingis. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. That free throw good from Anthony.
You know, that's an interesting point about Carmelo, one of the most prolific free throw shooters in the history of the game. Spends a lot of time at the stripe.
Now, here's Thomas. He's got 16. Horford kicks to Crowder. Johnson with a screen on Anthony. Upside Thomas. Lets it go with a 3. It's hauled in by Noah.
I'll tell you, they're fighting the good fight, but he's not helping a difficult situation by missing this way.
The offensive rebound for Porzingis, and that basket pushes the lead to double digits. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, Mr. Porzingis, nice to know you're not afraid to mix it up. Boy, you gotta love that grit and hustle.
The 3 from Thomas, kept alive by Boston, and the basket by Johnson.
Boy, kept the possession alive with the offensive rebound. You have to love the effort and getting the putback opportunity.
Here's Porzingis. That doesn't go either for Porzingis. Celtics trail by 9. Thomas with the ball. He's picked up by Lee. Thomas kicks to Horford. He tries for 3. It's rebounded by New York. Lee's got his third rebound on the night. Pass to Rose. Inside. And no good that time. Bradley with some nice D. And Courtney Lee gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. The Knicks making a switch here. Jennings is checked in. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. There's the pick. Kicks it to Thomas. Boston, no good that time either. New York leading by 9. Now here's Lee. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. He gets that one.
Went with the teardrop, and the timing had to be just right on the release, and it was.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. One of the topics, Doris, that's come up recently relates to the NBA scheduling, with all the talk of trying to delete these back-to-back games. Players don't want it. Their performance isn't good. A lot of them will sit and rest, which is kind of cheating the fan that pays a lot of money to go see a big star play, and then he's not going to play because it's the third and 4 nights.
Correct. And you and I have talked about this. You can shorten the exhibition season, Kevin. Go from 10 to 12 to down to 3 to 4. I think that the teams will benefit from that. You can start the season just a little bit earlier. It's so crucial that the NBA product be as good as it should be, and the way to do that is to make sure 4 and 5 and back-to-backs are reduced to the greatest measure possible.
You don't run a championship horse day after day, night after night.
I'm not cracking the whip on you or anybody else.
But you play every other day. That is a horse you can ride. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Thomas kicks to Johnson. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Jennings against Thomas. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And a look here at the shot chart.
And as this chart shows, things just aren't falling for him like they usually do. He isn't ice cold, but nothing is falling his way, and he's become an inefficient source of points for his team.
That free throw, no good. Smart's checked in for Thomas. And New York with a change here, too. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Noah. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. Celtics trail by 11. And here's Bradley from 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Bradley's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Good D by Lee.
Surprised he didn't finish that, guys. Boy, that's one he completes all the time.
Outside Jennings. Back to Porzingis. New York, no good that time either. Boston's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. And Courtney Lee gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. The feed to Smart. Horford with the screen on Jennings. Smart passes to Crowder. Shot clock at 6. Here's Horford, and it's good from the elbow. Horford's got 12 points in the game.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And that's the smart move. I mean, exploit that size advantage every chance you can.
Now here's Jennings. Here's Anthony. New York, no good that time either.
And Jay Crowder really kind of stuck as a role player in Dallas, sent the Celtics in the Rondo trade, and boy, has he been a culture setter for Boston. The consummate pro, one of the most competitive players in our league, and he's become a difference maker on both ends. I think he's improved tremendously in the past season. Credit him and Coach Brad Stevens.
And one of the things that stands out about Jay Crowder is that at 6'6", 235, very physically strong.
Yeah, he plays bigger than his height, not shy about throwing his weight around, and one of the league leaders in steals per game. He can cover on the wing and body you up on the block.
Good on both.
That's an example of the release point being so high the defender has no options. You just don't see that many players, Porzingis' size, 7'2", 7'3", who can stroke the jumper the way he can.
Now here's Bradley. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. It's Bradley on the wing, covered by Lee, stolen by O'Quinn. Lee outside. Left side, Jennings. This one for three, and the Knicks miss again. Celtics trail by 8. Outside Crowder. In the corner, Smart with it. To the paint. And O'Quinn sends it back.
Just such nice timing by O'Quinn on that block.
Porzingis, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game.
And his average at the line stands at about 79% right now, so solid numbers in that department.
Jerebko's checked in for Boston. Rozier comes in for Crowder. And a switcher also for New York. Thomas is checked in. And he sinks the second. Boston's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. And here's Smart. 6 points for him. Johnson the screen. Up off the screen. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. Some changes for Boston. Olenek is checked in for Johnson. And it's Brown in for Bradley. The Knicks making a switch here. The Celtics have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
Now here's Jennings. He feeds it to O'Quinn. The pass to Hernan Gomez. 6 on the shot clock. Fires from the wing. No good off the back of the rim. Celtics trail by 6. Brown dishes to Smart. He dishes it to Olenek. It's tipped. Smart kicks to Jerebko. His three-pointers off the mark.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Jennings passes to O'Quinn. To the paint. Here's Hernan Gomez. And the Knicks miss again. The Celtics shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Brown kicks to Smart. Out to the wing. Jerebko dishes to Olenek. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Olenek's got 6. The Knicks leading by 4. Jennings kicks to O'Quinn. Outside Thomas. Passes it to Hernan Gomez. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. 5 points in the game. Smart with the ball. 9 points in the game so far. Here's the pick. The dish to Olynyk. Brown outside. Here's Rozier. Shot clock at 5. Feeds it to Olynyk. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. O'Quinn's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Down low. Here's Hernan Gomez. It's blocked. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now we get a chance to check out Brandon Jennings. How last month turned out for him? He's averaging 8 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
That's good from Rozier. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And guys fighting fire with fire, if you will. Got some attitude thrown his way on the last play. Now gives them right back.
And he's not the guy whose buttons you want to push. Try to show him up, and he's going to come right back at you.
Here's Kuzminskis from the left block. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. 7 points in the game.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
Here's Rozier. Olynyk, a screen on Jennings. Rozier, great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Rozier's got 4 points now in the quarter. The Knicks leading by 4 to the right side. They set the pick. It's back to Jennings. The rebound by the Celtics.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
I'll tell you what, though, he'll take that every time. That's a great look.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. With a break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These squads have been lights out this month. 5th on the list, the Celtics.
I just love their offensive flow lately. I mean, this is a dominant team offensively because of that rhythm and pace.
So it's the Knicks now. 4-point game. Here's Kuzminskis. Here's Hernan Gomez. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
A moment now to see the numbers for Smart. His last 10 games, 6th in steals, and he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And that one misses. Johnson, he's checked in for Boston. Derrick Rose is checked in for the Knicks. And he can't hit the second. Celtics trail by 4. 1:51 left to play in the third. Pass to Smart from outside the arc. No good, shot missing. So New York will take it the other way. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Now the pass to Kuzminskis. to get off a shot. Rose can't hit. Boston's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Dishes it to Brown. Back to Smart. Taken away by Holiday. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. Softly drops in the floater. Holiday's got his second basket of the night.
Well, you really have to be feeling it to go with the teardrop. That is not as easy as that looked.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the third. As to Jerebko. 6 to shoot. Here's Brown. Thomas with the block. Here's Kuzminskis. 23 seconds left to play in the third. Thomas a screen. Kuzminskis the pass to Rose. Puts up a 3. Sinks the three-pointer. And now it's a 9-point Knicks lead. Now Smart. 9 points in the game so far. Passes it to Rozier. Three-pointer. Drilled it right as the clock hit all zeros.
Wow, what a clutch shot. He's got nerves of steel.
Woo! Got separation, lined it up perfectly, and put it right in their eye.
And meanwhile, Coach Brad Stevens talking to his team.
Hey, bottom line is, good things are going to happen, bad things are happen. How you respond is the biggest key. Let's go.
And Brad Stevens moments ago focusing on what they can do now rather than worrying about what's already happened.
Yeah, and this is all you can do. Put all of your energy into this moment. The past, the future, they don't matter.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the floor for Boston. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Horford is out there with Johnson. And it's Crowder in at the small forward position. Now here's Porzingis following the miss by Al Horford. And he comes up with the deuce. 14 points for Porzingis.
You know, because of his size and his soft touch, it's really hard to affect Porzingis' shot, even when you're right in his grill.
Now, here's Thomas. He kicks it to Horford. Again, the miss by Horford.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion. Yeah, easy call.
Boston making a switch here. Smart's checked in. The free throw drops for Rose. Joakim Noah's checked in for the Knicks. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Celtics trail by 9. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's Smart. Boston, no good that time either.
He wasn't expecting to be smothered like that. Excellent work by the D.
Now here's Noah. Lee kicks to Anthony. The 15-footer. And Boston with the rebound. Crowder's got his third rebound tonight. Now the feed to Horford. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Johnson. Good, and Smart gets the assist. The Knicks leading by 7. Rose kicks to Anthony. Nice follow through on the fadeaway. Anthony's got 23.
He's doing everything he can to help stretch this lead. He's working hard, converting at a high percentage of them. Nice.
Smart kicks to Horford. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. That's on Joakim Noah.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And the first one at the line is good.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Brandon Jennings, he's checked in for Derrick Rose. And Al Horford drops them both. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Jennings kicks to Anthony. Tries from 10, and again it's New York.
I'd say not much to be done about that. You can play perfect defense, and Melo is still going to drain it on you.
Smart dishes to Johnson. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Bradley can't get it to go.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Defended by Crowder. Anthony kicks to Lee. From outside, off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Smart, wide open, he fires. Right through the cylinder that time, all net. The Knicks leading by 7. Jennings kicks to Anthony. Porzingis against Johnson. Fires from 14. The shot comes out. Celtics have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Nice shot by Smart.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Noah kicks to Lee. He feeds it to Carmelo. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Anthony's got 27.
Boy, Melo has made a name for himself with his mid-range game, and you could see why right there.
Johnson the screen. Jumper off the screen. Horford no luck. For New York, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Lee kicks to Jennings. And here is Lee. To the middle. A fadeaway, and Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Lee. And now it's an 8-point Knicks lead.
He's unguardable. Nobody been able to contain him here in the fourth quarter. Now 4 of 5 from the field.
Outside Crowder. Kicks to Johnson. Smart passes to Bradley. Outside Crowder. Just 5 to shoot. Horford. And it's Horford again missing.
And if he thinks that's within his range, then you know what? He's got a low basketball IQ.
I'm a little surprised he would even attempt that shot. Much better to swing the ball to somebody else.
Now here's Smart. Launches a 3. Great D that time from Jennings. The Knicks leading by 8. He dishes it to Noah. Pass to Porzingis. Noah the screen. Off the pick. And there's another one for the Knicks.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Boston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Now a timeout called by Boston.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
It's ridiculous to give up that many points in the paint. You know, I think he'd like them to play a bit more physical.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens was talking about with his players. And he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive. And you've got to battle to get back in this thing. We'll see if that pep talk got him going, guys.
Thank you, David. Now here is Horford. The dish to Smart. From downtown, Boston. No good that time either.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Jennings kicks to Lee. It's stolen by Bradley, and that one drops. And it's a 12-point Knicks lead.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Feeds to Horford. There's the screen. The pass to Crowder. Will it go? It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Noah kicks to Lee. Dishes it to Anthony. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Jennings. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. And that's now 6 points for Brandon Jennings.
You know, you love your star players making others better, and Melo with the vision there.
Johnson the screen. Smart dishes to Horford. Anthony against Crowder. Smart puts the pick in for Crowder. Jennings with the steal. Shoots it up. The shot by Anthony, no good. Celtics trail by 14. Crowder, the pass to Smart. He kicks to Johnson. Pass to Bradley. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
That's just terrific team basketball leading to a bucket. Great feed, better finish.
Jennings kicks it to Noah. Passes to Lee. New York moving it around. Puts it up. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Smart with the ball. And Jennings picks him up defensively. Noah with the block. Anthony against Crowder. Here's Porzingis. And he uses the glass on the layup. Porzingis has got the lead up to 14 now for New York.
Oh, nice play there. Kristaps making his presence felt on the interior.
Johnson the screen. Johnson with a screen on Jennings. Outside Bradley. Misses the three. Here's New York. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Shots good by Lee.
Gotta be demoralizing. They desperately needed a stop, and instead they give up a triple on an open look.
That simply can't happen at any time, never mind when you're trailing by a wide margin. They need to shore up their defense, and quickly.
To the middle. Here's Horford. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. Horford's got 4 this quarter.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Jennings kicks to Porzingis. Porzingis sets the pick for Lee, and taken away by Johnson. Tipped away. Lee with the ball. Porzingis passes to Jennings. Lee outside. Porzingis kicks it to Noah. 6 on the shot clock. Deep 2 from Jennings. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Boy, in the latter stages, his shot is off. At least they're still winning.
In the corner, Smart with it. The feed to Horford. Back to Smart. Shoots. And no good that time. Great D that time from Jennings.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
Bradley against Lee. Porzingis sets the pick for Lee. Pass to Porzingis. Fires from the corner. And Boston with the rebound. Crowder's got rebound number 5 here tonight. The open shot by Smart. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Here's Anthony. From 15 feet away, and he can't bank that one in. Outside Crowder. Bradley, that's for 2. Good D by Lee.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
No, and it looked like he got a bit ahead of himself and just couldn't pull back.
Now here's Porzingis, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Yeah, and KP, he's not shy about creating some contact there. He might have a slender frame, but he is not afraid.
The first one falls. Doris, you were quite a player in college in the Big East with Providence. What important lessons did you learn when you were at that school in that difficult conference and leading one of the good programs in the country?
Yeah, I think I learned that hard work is necessary to success, that teamwork is important, that you have to be coachable, Kevin, that you got to be able and willing to work with the people beside you. I learned so many lessons while playing at Providence.
I bet you can't separate the two. What was more enjoyable for you, coaching at your school or playing for your school?
Either way, Kevin, I knew that when I was representing Providence, I wanted to do it with pride.
You were blessed.
No doubt.
They were blessed. Now here's Crowder. Back to Horford. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
Shooting for Boston. Al Horford will be at the line shooting 2. And the first one drops. And a new group in for the Celtics. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Johnson. Urebko comes in for Jay Crowder. Brown is checked in for Avery Bradley. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Smart. So Horford gets 2. 1:03 left in the fourth quarter. The Knicks leading by 13.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Knicks.
And it may be a comfortable win for them, but, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And so many key players that you could point to tonight, but in particular, a great game for Kristaps Porzingis. He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
Gerald Green, he's checked in for Al Horford. That one misses. 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Green inside, covered by Lee. Green, no luck. Now Rose. There's a good screen. He feeds it to Anthony. Off on the layup. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Rozier. No good with the triple. Now here's Rose. So no problem for New York as they get the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Joe. Nice win tonight. What was your team's attitude coming into the game?
Yeah, we played hard tonight. We're getting better. We just got to keep going. You know, it's a work in progress. And, you know, we just got to keep fighting, and get as many W's as possible.
Well, the trend line is looking good so far right now, Joe. Thanks again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now we'll go to the studio with the award-winning Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. Now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Kristaps Porzingis.
He was relentless in the way he attacked tonight offensively. I love the way he constantly forced the hand of whoever was guarding him. The defender had to choose between letting him blow by him or then fouling him once he did blow by them. And those free throws turned into a lot of points.
They lost 2 in a row coming in, and that's when the team can't really rely on the stars. This guy played a bigger part for them than he typically does. I know he's the other Ernie, but he stepped up. Contributions got to come from everywhere, and this guy played well tonight.
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We certainly hope you've enjoyed the show, don't we, guys?
It was great.
Yeah. Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and for Kevin Harlan and the entire 2K Sports crew. All 653,000 of them.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Hard-working.
A lot of people.
It's a long line at the buffet, though.
Shout out to the T-Pose, man.
Oh,
I don't know his name, but I know his face.
I'm Ernie Johnson. See you next time.